Goalkeepers Gianluigi Donnarumma to Manchester City is the rumour. That can't happen, can it, Darmesh?
Don't rule anything out. I mean, this has come out of the blue, like, in the last week or so. And I think a number of clubs in Europe have been on high alert now that they know Gianluigi Donnarumma is available. This is an interesting situation for a number of reasons. Tonight's game, PSG against Tottenham Hotspur in the Super Cup final. We found out yesterday Donnarumma not part of that squad, completely omitted from that squad, and it was a decision that was made by the head coach Luis Enrique, a decision made after a new contract for Donnarumma could not be agreed. And the quotes from his Instagram are very telling. Unfortunately, someone has decided that I can no longer be part of the group and contribute to the team's success. I am disappointed and disheartened. A thinly veiled message, shall we say, towards Luis Enrique. Now, because he's only got 1 year left on his contract, that adds another complication. So some clubs who are interested in Donnarumma will hear PSG saying, well, it's 35 to 40 million euros, but they'll think, well, in 4 months' time, for a club outside France, they can start negotiating with Donnarumma and his representatives over a pre-contract agreement to come for free next summer. So what happens now? Some clubs may wish to wait until next summer, which Donnarumma will say, well, the ball's in your court now, PSG. But PSG have got an ace card as well because the World Cup's at the end of the season. Donnarumma needs to play regular first-team football to make sure he's the #1 choice for Italy at that World Cup. You mentioned Manchester City. They've kept an eye on the situation, as have Manchester United kept an eye on the situation. However, as it stands, we're told no club-to-club contact from either of those clubs to PSG, no club-to-representatives contact from either of those clubs to Donnarumma's people. So where does that leave it? Manchester United, at the moment, have got Andre Onana, Altay Bayindir and Tom Heaton. It looks pretty full. Manchester City, Stefan Ortega is still at the club. Ederson is there, and they've just signed James Trafford. So where does it leave it?
Well, it's a really interesting situation at Manchester City because I think there were some question marks over the course of the last few weeks about who the #1 is going to be at Man City this season. Well, it's our understanding that they want Ederson to stay, and Ederson is the #1 at Manchester City, which is quite interesting in itself because they have one pre-season match ahead of the start of the new season. They take on Wolves this weekend. James Trafford played 45 minutes. Ederson played 45 minutes. James Trafford back at Manchester City after being really, really good at Burnley, getting back into the Premier League. No formal approaches right now for Ederson. You have to wonder what James Trafford's thinking right now, seeing some of these links to Donnarumma, by the way, after just signing when he could have potentially gone to Newcastle, of course. Now, there's no concrete offers on the table for Ederson. We know there's plenty of interest. We know there has been a long-standing interest from the Turkish Super League and from the Saudi Pro League as well. But if an offer does come in for Ederson in this transfer window, then City will have a decision to make because he's got 1 year left in his contract. Now, if Ederson was allowed to leave, then we understand they would be looking for a replacement. It wouldn't be a case of Ortega and Trafford stay to fight out for the #1 jersey. We understand they would be looking for a new goalkeeper. Donnarumma likely to be one of the names on that shortlist. We spoke to Julian Ron earlier today on Sky Sports News, and Laurent said he wasn't so sure about the links between Donnarumma and Manchester City.
He's not really a Pep Guardiola type of goalkeeper or type of player. Like I've said before, his distribution is not good, and that's also why PSG were happy to go for somebody much better on the ball than Donnarumma. If you are a goalkeeper for Pep Guardiola, ask Joe Hart, you need to be very good on the ball, which is not the case of Donnarumma. And then there's crosses. If you want to do well in the Premier League, you need to be good in the air.
Football fans, breaking news from Old Trafford, Manchester United are edging ever closer to securing a sensational double swoop for talented midfielder Carlos Baleba and world-class goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. Sources close to the club reveal that talks have reached an advanced stage, with personal terms nearly agreed for both players. Manager Ruben Amorim is believed to be heavily involved in the process, viewing Baleba as a key addition to bolster the midfield, while Donnarumma is seen as the perfect long-term solution in goal. These moves signal Amorim's intent to rebuild and strengthen United's spine ahead of a crucial season. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that negotiations are progressing smoothly, with official announcements expected soon if all final details are completed. United fans are now eagerly awaiting what could be one of the most exciting double signings in recent memory. With the club moving quickly to finalise the deals, Old Trafford is bracing for a new era under Amorim, one that could see Baleba's energy and Donnarumma's world-class shot-stopping become vital components in United's push for silverware.